back. Amen. Oh, it smells so good in here. I love it. I love it. Let's turn this around. All right, well, I got down here and I brought all the stuff that I wanted to do some last minute upgrades on the cabin here. And then I remembered that I left the curtain rod for the curtains. So anyway, I'm going to get the curtains down here, and I'm going to take a run up to Target and pick up a new curtain rod. And then we'll get back to this a little bit later this evening. But for right now, at least I'm going to get that stuff down here and being nicely taken care of, laid out flat. So everything will look great when the time comes to set everything up. Anyway, glad to be back on the Cape. We're only here for 2 days. We're going to be here Monday and Tuesday. We're going to be leaving a little bit later on Tuesday, so we're going to get a little bit of the day to work. But for the most part, this is not a 2 full day thing where we're going to have more time, or I'm going to have more time to try to get stuff done. I'll tell you the layout right now is you're going to get a little bit of work done here in the cabin. And then the next thing is I'm going to use my multi-tool, my, what do they call it? It's like a fine saw, only with a sanding unit on it. And I want to start getting along the upper edges, along the outside near the toe rail, get all the glass, all the resin off that spread out when we were putting on all the fiberglass. I want to get that all right down to bare gel coat, or even down into bare glass, because that's going to have to be that way in order to go ahead and begin putting on the fairing compound. All right, that's it. I'm going to quit talking and get that stuff down below here, and then I got to make a run up to Target and pick up that curtain rod. Guys, we got a glorious day. I got 2 beautiful days, Monday and Tuesday here. And I'm going to get some work done up on the boat. It's starting very late. My wife and I have got to go pick up something over at the store in a little bit. But in the meantime, once we get back, I got the whole rest of the day, and I plan to get some serious work done. And right now, for today, it's all about finishing up stuff in the cabin that I had wanted to get done initially. And let's get started on it. Again, I said the tarp held up beautifully while we were gone this time, like it did last time. All my equipment is already up here waiting to get loaded into the cabin, so let's get things started. I love how this cabin smells after it's been sealed up for a while. Just glorious. Okay, first thing we're going to do here, guys, let me get my glasses on so we can see what I'm doing. You're looking at it right here. Glasses? Okay. All right. See how nice and tight that is back there, and how much down that is? That's a 1/4 of an inch difference. I know it doesn't make that much difference to others. It makes difference to me. So what we're going to do, let's see if I got the clearance here. I've got a little bit of clearance. I'm going to go ahead. I brought my good clamps this time. I may actually take this all apart and hollow this out just a little bit more underneath here. And then we're going to go ahead and clamp that right up there as tight as we can. These good big clamps this time, instead of those little sissy clamps, that'll do the job. And but I'm going to have to do one thing first. I'm going to have to loosen those bolts underneath there from the inside, and see if I can't get this to do it without having to re-drill the holes just a little bit. So I'm doing it right now. Okay, wing nut's loose. Other wing nut's loose. Okay, it's just, we're gonna get the clamps up here and we'll see how this goes. Well, that's just about it. Okay, you're looking at it. It might be off by a 1/16 at this point. And that's just about got all the slop in it that I can get out of it. I think we're just gonna go ahead and tighten up the wing nuts and call it quits. It's better than it was, and at this point, my main thing is I want to get on with this day, and I've got too much of this stuff to do to mess with this anymore. First thing we're going to do after this, we're going to do what we mentioned about 2 videos ago, And we're going to empty out all the water that was, the remaining water that was in our tank for the winter. Oh yeah, that definitely tightened it up. Definitely tightened it up. Let's see if when we get it. Okay, wing nuts are down. Let's see if that's going to drop it any. Okay, pretty good. It's pretty much stayed where it was. And that, my friends, is just about as tight as we can get it. We'll leave it right there. I also have stain and varnish with me today, and we're going to hit this a little bit with the repair work, and especially around the edges here, and get some of that to do. But for right now, let's get on to the other project I was mentioning. This tank had some water in it for the winter. I'm going to empty that and put fresh water in it, and I brought a bunch of it out here, so let's get started on that. All right. Oh, that's got more water in it than I thought it did. Got my ship's bucket here. Let's see if we can get this emptied. Got more water than that. Way more water than I thought it did. Oh yeah, this definitely needed to be emptied. Keep in mind, all this water that is in here, oh yeah, definitely. I probably ought to put a little chlorine in that. That is scummy. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's not good. So, I got fresh water to put in here. Man, I do not want to unattach the feed line that goes up to the faucet, so I'm not going to do that. Keep in mind, this is not going to be potable water. This is all going to be just stuff that we use for washing dishes, washing your hands, that kind of stuff. And so I'm not going to worry about. So let's just go ahead and put that underneath. That was scummy. I'll throw a little bleach into that. It's not going to hurt a thing. Like I said, we're going to be. This is going to only be used for. Oh, where's my gallon? Okay, here's the gallon. It's only going to be used for washing dishes and hands and stuff like that. So. I may. That's a lot cleaner coming out that time. Okay, that's empty now. Now we're gonna put fresh in it, and we're gonna be good. This is gonna be it for the summer. Put another gallon in. It should be good. What's the gallon on this? Is this a 3? I think this is a 3-gallon tank. Okay, that's a gallon. Anyway, okay. Be right back. I'm going to go empty this. Okay, this is the last gallon. If I run low later in the summer, I'll put more in, but I've taken all the old water out, rinsed it. Now this will be the second gallon of actual fill water. And it's not meant to be potable. This is all going to be used just for washing your hands, washing dishes, and so forth. So we're good. We're good. And we're going to put this back down here and make sure our sink is working. And then we're done. There we go. Okay, I cannot be sitting on that hose. That hose needs to be in such a way. There we go. There we go. There we go. And it is not leaking. Good. All right. So, that being done, let's see if we can get this thing to work. We still going over here? All right, still recording. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One thing I like about this new faucet that I bought. There you go. A year ago, 2 years ago, I forgot. It works without having to prime it or anything. It works great. So super. We're good. And that gets us started. I'm going to just check this thing for leaks and we're good. We're going to close this up and move on. This is another project that was cabin oriented this morning. I'm getting back in here into the chain locker. From when I ripped up the deck, all this, there was just a truckload of debris that went down in here. And that's just a small fragment of it. I've gotten most of it out, put it in a bucket, and dumped it outside. But I've brought my vacuum cleaner in here because we've got to finish this up. And yeah, we'll get that done. And then this is all going to be cleared out because we got new bolts that are going to be coming down through for the bow pulpit and let's see, the Hawse pipe is coming down through, the vent cowling. Anyway, this is all going to be cleared out down here, so I'm going to do that right now. Go ahead and vacuum this just to get started. See what we got. Oh, we still got a truckload in there. Well, I'm gonna not try to record the rest of this. I got more stuff to get out of there, but yeah, you got the point. It's all going to be cleaned out, go all the way up into the peak here. So, all right, done with that part of the video. I'm gonna just do this all by my lonesome. Well, I got it. It's all clean, all the way down. Yeah. Hey, I've been waiting to do that. And I finally decided today was the day. Just doing all this cabin finish up stuff. Okay, well, I've got things pretty well finished up in here, the way I want them. This will do for now. New countertop, new electrics in that I did earlier, and made a little placemat for right here. I don't want to hide my pretty brand new woodwork. This is all teak contact paper over a plywood, so I don't mind hiding that and using a little bit of fabric that matches everything else. And I made this a long time ago. It's a pencil holder for my dividers and pencils and so forth. Don't pay any attention to this. This is all going inside by the time we leave here. And this is a double piece of wood that was left on the boat, and it was 2 pieces of wood. And I planed them and joined them and just threw some varnish on them. It's a really nice cover for my sink. I also made this little cup holder here a long time ago. Put the cups in it. I made these shelves. I don't know if you can see it over there and over here. These are shelves to keep things on. And all the woodwork, I did these doors with the flame mahogany, both sides. This big door, I did this from scratch. Both of these are from scratch, and there was no kit involved in that. That's all done with my own woodwork. And this, I did this cabinet for my radio. Cut the radio in so that it's very precisely fit, almost suction in there. A little cubby there. Did this one too. This is I thought this was solid mahogany. It's not. It's just 2 layers of mahogany. But anyway, and I really love this piece. It's probably one of the prettiest pieces of wood I've got on the boat. But anyway, you know, that everything is mounted into this with a you know, voltage check, lights for the V-berth, lights for the galley, and yeah, what do I want to say? Yeah, bilge pump. So anyway, it's things are coming up really nice, and I'm liking it. I also didn't mention it. I've already talked about these in a previous video, but I got these online, and they're going to be nice. I just like to have something a little cushy like that to be in the boat and make it feel a little more like home. V-berth is going to be my next thing. I'm not happy with just these vinyl cushion covers. And for now, probably what I'm going to do is and by the way, those are original. Those are more than 50 years old, original to the boat. So probably what I'm going to do is get a piece of foam rubber that fits the whole V, and then make a covering for it, and I'll put it right over the top of that, so you get actually double the cushioning. And yeah, anyway, little by little, I want to get this boat in shape so that it's just really excellent for solo sailing and anchoring out and that kind of stuff. Anyway, just thought I'd bring you up to date on all the stuff that's been done in here. So anyway, a lot of in-cabin work got done today, and I'm really proud of it. This is looking good. You know, just yeah, it's this is about the way I want it. And my reservoir got filled. There's some nice clean water, and everything is working properly and getting ready for the summer. So with that, we're going to be taking off in about 5 minutes and heading down towards Seafood Sam's for some good old seafood for supper tonight.